Hello everybody, Frouwo here bringing you game number 5 of this best of 5 between Zephyr Dota and EoT Gaming Hammer Team. And yeah, winners finals, winner goes to the grand finals, losers drops down to the losers bracket finals, and yeah, we have ourselves a game 5. Zephyr coming back in that last game after EoT winning 2 straight. Zephyr of course winning that first game, and now all tied up 2-2. None of the previous games matter at this point, and it's only Zephyr versus EoT, and let's hop into the picks and bans. So we have Nature's Prophet, Alchemist, Nyx, and Invoker banned up by Zephyr, and EoT thus far banning out the Nyx, the Slark, the Outward Devourer, and the Storm Spirit now. And thus far EoT's picked up the Crystal Maiden, the Timbersaw, the Weaver, and looking towards that towards the 4th pick now. But Zephyr in the meantime has picked up the Chen, the Bristleback, and the Io, as well as the Chaos Knight. So, I'm running that CK-IO combo. Gonna be interesting. And Earthshaker now picked up by EoT. So certainly a counter pick, especially against the Chaos Knight and the Chen. May see some pretty nasty Chaos dunks here. Gonna burn those CK illusions as well as burn the CK creeps. And that's something you really don't want to trifle with, so Zephyr being counterpicked with the Earthshaker. Certainly interesting to see. But all support's not picked up for EoT, so we're going to be seeing what they pick up. Actually, Earthshaker will be always run as an offlaner, but likely Christy going to be on that offlane with the Timbersaw, as she usually does. She does play a magnificent Timbersaw, but not so much, I believe, in the past couple games. Not 100% sure how she's played. In that last game, not doing too well on the other Titan. Wasn't so hot. But Zephyr binning out the Magnus in the meantime. And EoT likely just going to look for their mid hero unless they're going to put Weaver there, in which case they're going to look for another carry. But Zephyr still looking for that mid hero for Blitz. Who knows what it could be? It could be a TA, it could be a Shadow Fiend, it could be something that EoT is about to ban out. Could be lots of things, for sure. Could be a Dragonite even. You can see it's very strength oriented, and it's going to be the Puck ban out by EoT, so no Puck for Blitz. And Dragonite's going to be the end of pickup, so Dragonite, all strength oriented carry lineup here. So Zephyr really going to try and push their girth into the really like mid portion of the game, it seems, with the Chaos Knight and the Dragonite. And the Bristleback going to have a very just beefy lineup, while Weaver, Crystal Maiden, or Weaver and Crystal Maiden rather, just being two very squishy heroes in that regard. We could see, to be honest, another Razor pickup. Razor wouldn't be the worst idea here. It wouldn't be the best idea, but it'd be nice to see her picked up again. It certainly could play against Dragonite very well. And we'll have to wait and see what it is, but maybe even be a Spectre pick again. Not that it worked out in the first place, but I mean, we could just run the Weaver mid, put a Spectre there, and you know, we'd be golden. But wait, see, 30 seconds now left on EoT's clock, as this game 5 is about to get underway. And yeah, certainly another interesting draft. Chen picked up again by Zephyr. Really liked how it worked out in the first game. And it's going to be Conka. Conka is the pickup for EoT, so I would assume RY playing that likely on the mid lane would really push out the safe lane if he was trying to do that, or maybe looking to play against the tri lane here. But we will start with EoT's introductions this game. We will have Chrissy on the Timbersaw, Jumong on the Weaver, RY on the Conka, Pyong on the Crystal Maiden, and Cast on the Earthshaker. It's a very sweet set, mind you. It's all smoking up now. Going to head towards the woods of the Dire side. Going to likely just ward up everywhere. They do have sentries as well as regular wards. And Zephyr not going to be countering this. Bamboo may be in a bit of trouble, but Purge going to be playing the Chen this game. And we're going to go down in the large camp. And right behind it, should block it, indeed. And in the medium camp, And the one likely to go down the easy camp. Pyong just turning around, just barely there as smoke did wear off. And no words placed thus far. Word placed on this high ground to this. Again, sick words.
The battle begins.
Caped ward, just floating there. It's like a witch. Just chilling. And yeah. We're gonna have Yusin on the offlane Bristleback again. We have Blitz on the Dragon Knight. We're gonna have Bambo and Bambo on the Io this time rather than the Chen, and Corey gonna be on the Chaos Knight. Blitz in the meantime gonna be chilling mid against RY, so gonna be interesting mid matchup. But if anyone's gonna have a bad time, it's gonna be Yusin on the Bristleback, as actually no level 1 reactive armor for Chrissy, so it's not absolutely terrible, but you're gonna be taking a lot of harass without the damage reduction just yet. And Purge is gonna find this one camp and nothing else. Maybe expecting it because he's saying this camp past the minute mark, so it's gonna not trigger and stack. So could be in a little bit of danger here. Send that Satyr mid. And harass down the Kunkka. Let's have her eating some damage from the Torrents. While meanwhile in the top lane, Chrissy and Yusin duking it out. She's now getting that point of reactive armor. Not going to take any more melee harass from Yusin, at least not too much, as the reactive armor is going to stack up continuously. And Purge can't find the sentry, and it's just out of range of his, so actually both sentries are splitting the uprights. Impressively bad word placement there for him. It's pretty funny to see that happen. Not gonna get any farm now in this woods really. Should honestly just head towards this lane down here, or head towards the enemy woods. Not worried at all. Had he probably seen what EoT had done, he likely would have just actually headed down there. They would have rotated Corey and Bambo down there as well, so it would have been the tri-lane versus the solo laner, but not going to happen, it seems. Now Corey going to be in a bit of trouble. Stun up from cast. Corey going to have to salve up. Meanwhile in the mid lane, busting a bit of harass from the Tidebringer, but not as much to totally destroy him, as he is, I believe, still winning in farm in terms of last hits. Indeed he is. And Bambo getting mighty low here. And indeed, Purge finally rotating to the enemy woods, realizing he really needs the farm, and may see rotation of Bambo as well as Purge soon as well, so let's wait and see on that. And meanwhile, Chrissy and Yusin sharing blows, but Yusin really getting out classed in this bottom lane. 7 last hits on him and 19 on Chrissy. And Purge now finally in the bottom lane. Gonna start doing some creep camps. Doing the creepy camps. While the mid lane Blitz RY still going at it, so really we're gonna have to see Corey get up a lot of farm for that mid game ready. And this aggressive tri-lane really thus far hasn't shut him down out entirely. Like he still has 11 last hits, which is decent, especially when you're playing against this aggressive tri-lane with Jumong and Cast as well as Pyong. So he's doing pretty well. This camp actually now warded, I believe. I'm not sure if that blocks it or not. It probably does, otherwise I wouldn't place it there. And meanwhile, Purge continuing to farm up. There's a double damage bottom that Blitz has not spotted. He's not working towards his treads, and yeah. Very slow early game. This aggressive tri-lane from EoT not really being too aggressive, to be honest. Corey is now sitting on 13 last hits. But anyways, let's look at the graph, or the chart rather. Chrissy on top, 26 last hits, as she usually does. Usually gets very, very farmed in the solo lanes. Can usually beat whoever she's playing against, to be honest. But she's really faced against Yosin this entire time and just dominated him. Straight up. But anyway, this Weaver in this strongly getting 27 last hits now. Blitz at third highest with 24. Tied up pretty much with Kanka. Next is the Bristleback and the Chaos Knight. So Zephyr losing a bit out on this laning phase, especially in terms of last hits. But with the Chen not really in lanes, they're going to be ahead a bit on experience, I'd say. And Purge kind of looking for a gank here, but not going to go for it. Corey's Will's Bamo now just going to pull this camp. The creeps get destroyed, absolutely obliterated, and going to back off. Now Cast rotating towards the mid lane. He could be looking for a kill shot on Blitz, but he does have the Elder Dragon form ready, so does have the bonus regen and the bonus damage, as well as the range attack, range stone, all that neat stuff, and the double damage bottled. So, and Courier going down for EoT, but Blitz in the meantime gonna make it out of here alive. It seems just barely making it out. But Purge thinking about sending him back, but just gonna return back to the woods and get some more farm up on himself. As RY heads for the bottom Invis room, but Purge gonna find it. If he doesn't see RY and Purge gonna deny it, and first blood happens in the top lane as Pyong and Jumong are unable to clear the Wisp and CK in time. Now Jumong may be in a bit of trouble. Stun coming out from Corey, but 1 second stun, no RNG for him there, and sorry for missing on the first blood, friends. That's 4 for 5 this matchup. And where'd the Radiant's Courier go down anyway? In the woods, so I believe Purge probably got a kill on that, I would assume. This Courier is now in this lane 1v1 against the Weaver, and let's see if he goes for a Midas or rather goes for a rather safer thing like just treads and Armlet per se. And Purge coming to lane, but doesn't really have too much in terms of creeps with him. Picking up his boots as well as a ring of regen. And treads now up on Corey, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for the safer thing. Not gonna go for those early Midases. And in the meantime, Blitz could be harassed here by Pyong, and there's a ward on the high ground now for Zephyr, so Blitz gonna be able to spot all these early ganks coming in. And Timbersaw in the meantime gets a kill on the bottom lane with the Air Shaker. So Timbersaw getting, or Pushback getting blown up there. It is simply too early in the morning for me to catch all these kills. I am very much distracted right now. I do apologize to anyone watching, but yeah, I make mistakes. I'm still working on this kind of thing. So I mean, yeah, you get what you get for the time being. And in the meanwhile, Jumong eating a stun from Corey. Jumong are going to throw the bugs out in retaliation. Just going to hit creeps and creeps only. Corey getting some extra farm here, essentially. As he does get 32 gold for those creeps. Oh, geez, that's for those bugs, just the bugs in themselves. In the meantime, almost gone upon in the mid lane as Cass does throw down the wall, and that courier now up. It did have, I'm not sure what it had on it, but whatever it had on it, it's, oh no, there it is. So it did have the Wander's Speed for Chrissy, it seems. So Chrissy gonna be delayed that one, but picking it up now, so no big deal. In the meantime, we see Blitz in mid. Torn it up, X marks, all that kind of neat stuff, and Yosin, designated feeder, already has one death, the only death, or one of the 2 deaths on his team. And the drum's going to be up next for Corey, so no arm at first. I'm going to see drums first, which is really the smart choice on Chaos Knight. You really want the auras for the illusions and just want those early stats as quick as possible. And to look at the last hits, we still have Chrissy very much in the lead. Sitting in Arcane Boots now as well as a Ring of Health. 65 last hit, so always does well in those off lanes. Really honestly should play carry for EoT, but it's a role designated not for her, rather the rest of her team. And Blitz gonna go down here almost. Oh boy. 200 health. Now relocate in from the Wisp and CK. Gonna see what they can clean up here. RY gonna be in trouble first off, and RY going to be able to make it out, and CK stuck here it seems. Nope. Also blown up by the Chaos, or by the Timbersaw, so a 3-for-1 there for Zephyr, even with the relocate in and the TP in from Bristleback. Not going too well in their favor at all. Timbersaw finding regeneration as that fight literally never even happened. At least looking at the mana and health of Chrissy. Split's now returning mid. Drums now up on Corey. And can see a lot of harass from this Weaver still. And Blitz being gone upon here again in the mid lane. Echo Slim spent by Cast there, as well as Pyong and the Frostbite, all those nice things. And a boat actually by our way, so 2 ultimates used there by EoT, but want to get the kill on Blitz, shoot him down early. And Jumong gonna be in a bit of trouble here. Jumong falling pretty low, and DD does fall, doesn't get enough time to get the time lapse off. And falling there. So a small victory for Zephyr on the top lane. But Corey actually has all 3 kills of Zephyr right now, so well done by him. With Bambo all 3 assists. So certainly the pair they need to be in this, and Chrissy gonna push this bottom lane in. Well, Purge really hasn't done too much. 0-0 and 0. Working toward that mechanism still. Just not as good as a Chen compared to Bambo's play in the previous game. Bambo was aggressive much earlier, and they may look to push the top lane now, as Chrissy was looking towards pushing the bottom early, not too long ago. And 3 here from EoT. Cast throwing out the wall, and Corey just getting blown up here. Bambo, as well as Purge, could be in a bit of trouble now. Bottom tower in the meantime falling to the Weaver, and Purge going down here now as well, and Wisp manages to make it out. Splits goes to push the mid tower, probably gonna get it here for sure. So Yosin gonna contest with Jumong, as he does have a Vanguard now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And Cast
Radiant's middle tower.
Throwing the stun out onto Blitz, but Blitz Hand of God from Purge, and Blitz gonna look to kill RYR here, but Bambo getting mighty low. Cast gonna look for the kill, and I'm not gonna get it as Blitz cleans up the Kunkka. So return kill on mid there, 1 for a relocate and a ult from Dragon Knight. Not too bad. But last hits as far as that goes, thus far as Zephyr really starting to catch up. But Chrissy just so far in the lead, it's insane as far as last hits go. Jumong now fighting with Yosin now still. Should Yosin be teleported on by like the Bristlebat or the Timber at this point, it would be very, very scary for him, but Timbersaw starts heading in, and just gonna back up, and now Jumong. Alright, why now? Gonna be sent up 4 seconds down there, and going to fall for sure. Bambo next in line, however. Yeah, D is. Weaver getting the kill on him. Timbersaw now here, and Corey looks to be in a lot of trouble. Echo Stun expended by Cast, but it doesn't stun Corey, so wow. Echo wasted for nothing there. Why didn't it stun him? Is there no creeps by? Just didn't proc anything? it doesn't say anything.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Oh.
attack.
Anyway, Purge now with the buckler and the headdress in the top. Farm up in the woods a bit. And let's take a look at the goal graph as well as the experience graph at this point in the game. So T was getting very, very far ahead with, I assume, that spike was at the tower kill. But are now going back in Zephyr's favor as they did get the tower mid, and things going back in their way a bit. Experience-wise, EoT is still pretty much in the lead, but turning very much into Zephyr's favor as it is slowly pushing that 0 experience mark. Pushing towards 0 experience mark, mind you. And a 15-minute bloodstone on Chrissy. Chrissy showing off her skills in this somersault, just an insane amount. Now, Corey going to be in a bit of trouble. Corey pops the drums, and they're really kicked out by Bambo. So Bambo is going to be dead here because this creep wave is going to push out, and you two are going to see that. So botched play by Bambo there. Could just actually tether out to Corey, most likely, but the EoT not going to contest. As Chrissy teleports to top lane, as well as the Earthshaker could be looking for a kill here onto Eosin, who was showing his face up here not too long ago. And Eosin could be in a bit of trouble if Cass manages to get a very long-range wall off here. And Eosin now stunned up. Bugs, Chrissy, and Timber Chain, as well as Lording Death, Chakram. And now Blitz throwing the stun on Chrissy, and Eosin going to make it away. Now Blitz working towards that BKB, going to be another 700 away, but in the meantime falling, so all that gold I just mentioned about not going to be anywhere, it just disappears and goes to the enemy team. Eosin in a bit of trouble. Corey popping the ult, now level 11 has the Phantasm. Chrissy going to be in a bit of trouble and going to fall, 3-second stun. All, however, expended by Cass. Does a lot of damage. No kills just yet, though. Eosin maybe to fall. Torrent, as well as X Marks, going to be expended, and Earthshaker cleans him up. Purge, as well as Bambo. Stunned up there, and Jumong maybe next year. Actually, time lapses out. Corey going to eat some damage from the Chen, and Chen getting the kill onto the Earthshaker. Now, Purge likely to be dead here. Indeed, he is. Chrissy doing the Timber Chain into Lording Death combo. So a 3 for 2. Bam, what are you doing, dog? And gonna pay for his life for the Conka. Certainly worth it, I guess. I see it's just a wisp. And Blitz now returning to the top lane after dying earlier. Actually, I'm not sure if he died. I'm pretty sure he did, but gotta work on this whole memory thing, I guess. As far as short-term fights and how they pan out. But Chrissy just able to return so fast in the fight because she does have the Bloodstone, so even after being killed by that CK and company, it just doesn't even matter. Has the Bloodstone, gets back to the fight very quickly. And likely to work towards those B2 travels next as well, so it just gets gets her back into the action faster. And Gold was in Zephyr's favor, but now working back into EoT's favor. No towers really exchanged thus far, so nothing crazy in the gold graph. Experience Zephyr now jumping up in EoT's favor, so well done by them. Taking this lead in this 5th game, the very important decider of this match. And gonna have to see how it pans out. Blitz now being chased, harassed by Chrissy. Or harass. That's probably the best word. And Blitz now. Rather, Cast. Going to be stunned up by Corey and blown up by the Dragon Breath as well as the Chen. And Corey, they're not popping Rally Rift to get the kill onto Timbersaw. I'll just leave her alone. And Jumong in the meantime has finished up his Lincoln Sphere. So there's mid game zone coming out for EoT right now, and Blitz in the meantime going to blow up the Kunkka on the bottom lane. Eosin has the treads, or has the Vanguard up, has the cloak up. Blitz going to take down this tower, however, and have his BKB right afterwards. We'll be at over 1600 gold, and TP in now from the Timbersaw. So Chrissy going to look to blow up Blitz. Blitz Gonna get the tower and get out of there.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And Echo Slam on the Blitz. Blitz gonna pay with his life for the tower. As Io manages to get out. Or rather, Bristleback manages to get out.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And yeah, so one tower going in the way of Zephyr, and they are now up one tower over EoT. Cycle gonna swing slightly back in their favor, just a tad, as Jumong and Bambo fight it out in the mid lane, and the push comes out on top with Purge and Quarry. BKB now finished on Quarry.
Radiant's top tower has
Start
fallen.
looking towards those mid-game items now. Yosin gonna look for a kill on Pyong here, and Yosin gonna eat a lot of damage from Chrissy in the meantime. And Pyong dying there to the last Chaos Rich from the Chaos Knight, of course. And Blitz now picking up his BKB as well. So 2 BKBs up now on the side of Zephyr. Yosin getting tankier and tankier as time goes on. And we're going to see Io not with that much in items, just as the Aaron as well as the Tranquils, and Blitz again just with BKB. And so we get 15-11 right now, this far in the game, 20 minutes in, and EoT leading somewhat in terms of experiencing gold so far. Looking at Nowhere, you can see Chrissy is very much in the lead. Weaver behind her as far as rating goes, and CK sitting below Chrissy, but still pretty high up there, 92,000 rather, as we do have an attempt on Roshan here. It's Purge bringing the creeps and starts letting them tank up the Roshan. And EoT maybe feeling something. We're going to push the mid tower in the meantime. It is very low. 108 health only. And Chrissy going to spot this out. Meantime, Jumong gets a kill on the top tower. Corner in the meantime gets the Aegis, and we're going to likely see a push mid here by Zephyr. And gold now heavily actually in Zephyr's favor. However, 2 towers killed, it's going to spike up back towards EoT's favor, even though one of them was not, the other one wasn't. And experience now at the even mark, at the literal 0 mark of the chart.
Dire's top tower is under
But
attack.
items now coming on EoT. Earthshaker picking up his Blink Dagger, so Chaos Stonks ahead certainly, and Weaver picked up something on the career. It's going to be a Mithril Hammer. Well, Chrissy picked up a plate mail, so likely we're working towards the... I doubt it'd be an Assault Kuros, but I would be not surprised if it was. As I've seen it built in the Chinese scene before, and it certainly helps out with the whole pushing thing and the armor reduction, all that nice and neat stuff. I'm gonna be while getting up the Shadow Blade and Crystal Maiden. Just nothing but words. And yeah, but sitting on 18,000, 1,800 rather. If you had 18,000, it would be over. I'd say just buy 3 rapiers and be done with it. Which anytime has the mech. Chaos Knight, drums, BKB, and 3.3k. Could just go straight for the armlet if you wanted to. But maybe could go for the Song and Yasha as well. And respect work towards the mechanism. Actually, 2 mech, double mech. What? And Io with not that much as the Vitality Booster and the Tranquils. What can you build the headdress cells into? Probably just a pipe actually. That makes sense. Yeah, it makes lots of sense. Probably gonna get the pipe then, and DT has it now. CK now just gonna farm away from the other 3 of their team, as they can just relocate wherever they want really. So there's that. It's the pros of relocate. Score now sitting on nearly 3,800 gold. Let's see, gonna be interesting to see who picks up next. That Song and Yasha, I believe, is sitting around like 4,200, I believe, for the entire thing. So could see that another 500 gold if you wanted it. But EoT sitting behind the tower, maybe looking to smoke up here and look for a kill on someone, as Cass does have the smokes. Indeed they are, and they're going to go straight towards mid, straight towards the Chaos Knight as they do spot Tyr in the bottom for Zephyr. And Chaos Knight. Back stop, Torrents, and gonna make it out here alive, however. And CSN now teleporting, it seems. And he's gonna work his way bottom.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And bottom
attack.
tower starting to go down. Let's not pop in the Elder Dragon form just yet. Waiting for all the creeps to fall. And waiting to see if there's a rotation out of EoT. And actually, tower can just go down without it even being needed.
Structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Zephyr looking to push on another tower. Heavily in the lead as far as gold goes. Experience also trending in their way, but of course, game very even so far. Should this go to late game, though, I really would favor it in really Zephyr's pocket, as they do have the more AoE team fighty kind of build their damage. But of course, they do have their shaker on the side of EoT, so I mean, anything can happen, boys. As Chrissy getting closer and closer now to that Shiva's guard. And he's just another 300 gold for the Mystic Staff, and just the recipe after that will be gold. But Corey actually picking up the Assault Cuirass. Now going to see a push out from Zephyr. As this courier brings the Assault Cuirass and the push, the pain all to Corey. Corey going to be able to just do so much damage now, especially with these
Radiant's top tower is
Phantasm.
under attack.
Look how fast he attacks now. And tower goes down. Zephyr could actually continue to look to push here, as they do have the Assault Cuirass up. And 100% on Blitz as well, so Blitz maybe building that Majolner. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe double Assault Cuirass. Oh, too bad the orders don't stack, boys. But Corey maybe looking to expend the stages here. It is going to go down, and dunk from Caster. Boat followed up by RY, and RY not going to be able to save his teammate in Pyong falling there to the bristleback.
Dire's
And now tower going to go down, most likely, if Zephyr wished to. And the Aegis on Corey just being popped right before it expires. 3 seconds on the Aegis left. And now Blitz as well as Purge and Eosin all getting very low. Blitz goes down here, Purge falling next. Buyback from Bambo now. Bambo previously dying, and 2 still up. Or 2 down, rather, for Zephyr. Top of the Wisp, and the Wisp actually teleports out without the Chaos Knight. And Korra could be in a bit of trouble now. With no TP, so. Does have the bug on him still, of course, as well, so. Corey gonna go down here for sure. A little bit of a miscue there from Bambo. Literally costing, or just costing the Chaos Knight his life. So a full team wipe there for Zephyr, while EoT really lost the Crystal Maiden. And I believe that was it, just the Crystal Maiden.
Dire's
And
middle
Zephyr
tower
losing the team
is
fight,
under
ouch, outright. Did get really lucky with that Aegis, but just didn't save him in the end. So actually, 6 kills for EoT, and that fight, as you can see, just experience, look at that, just insane. And Bambo going to be blown up here. Tether's out, but not going to be enough, as he is X marks and torrented, and now Purge going to be on the bad end of this fight as well, being focused on the Timber and Weaver, and just gets blown up pretty quickly. EoT could be looking to turn this around now and go for the tower, but could be looking towards just bottom. Roach are not going to spawn up again for, not going to know for at least another 30 seconds what the exact time is going to be, but soon. And Chief's Guard now finished on
Bottom
Chrissy.
tower is under attack.
Jubong houses Desolator not going to work towards that BKB. Pyong cast not too much in terms of items. Cast of course has that blink
Dire's
dagger.
bottom tower has fallen.
And another dunk by cast onto the Kunkka. Or rather the Dragon Knight. So the Dragon Knight getting blown up there. Looked like Kunkka when he was in this dying animation. I apologize for the mix up. And the Roshan not going to be up for another. That's a very long timer.
Top tower is
That is nearly the full timer. That's 1 minute, 2 minutes, and nearly a entire third minute there. So bad luck by EoT there. Had they gotten a short timer, they probably would have tried to take it. But Zephyr falling on the back foot now after trying to take that fight on the top racks. Losing all their gold advantage, all their experience advantage. Oh, just an insane amount of experience. Look at that. Look at that spike. From nearly 1,000 up to nearly 8,000 for EoT's favor. Oh, just absolutely insane. And I do believe this is Sanj finished up on the Chaos Knight. Could go for that Heaven's Halberd. Really not too much from disarm aside from maybe the Weaver. We could always just buy the Sanj and Yasha, then disassemble later, get the Manta and the Heaven's Halberd, and just be very well set in terms of items. Now EoT looking to push mid once again, smoked up. And Blitz may get the blunt end of this gank, and indeed he is. Just want to absolutely boat everything thrown at him. Blink on Chrissy now as well, and Eosin likely to fall here now as well. X mark, and even with the damage reduction, not going to be enough. Roshan not going to be up in another minute and 17 seconds. 17 seconds as the clock said. And EoT may look to just push mid in the meantime. Turning this game around very, very quickly after that miserable team fight top by Zephyr. However, of course, always a chance for Zephyr to turn this around just like EoT did to them. Not going to be up for another about 50 seconds now. As both teams, or EoT rather, just going to meander around the Roshan pit and maybe actually look to push top for the time being. And could see another dunk here from the Earthshaker. Not stun on the Blitz now being echo stunned upon it, and Blitz just being blown up right away. Corey meantime going on Cast getting melted absolutely by the Cast Knight. Now Bambo gonna kill here as well. Chrissy now in a bit of trouble. However, Corey gonna fall before Chrissy falls, and 3 down for Zephyr. EoT running away with this game now, just being able to take all the team fights, successfully ganking 2 times in a row there on the Dragon Knight. Just Dragon Knight being blown up pretty much instantly the last 2 fights. And that gold graph and that experience graph tell a tale of the past couple, like 5 minutes-ish. Just absolutely being decimated right now is Zephyr. Just lost all momentum and just went on tilt since then, and just now Rack's gonna go down likely for Zephyr, and this is likely a good game call for them. They do have they're not going to call it just yet, I assume, because this is the winners finals. If they do win this, they do just proceed right to the grand finals and get that spot already secured straight up. But certainly going to try and hold on for as long as they can in this game, as that spot certainly coveted, as it does grant a lot of money. But should this last Roshan go towards EoT's favor, this bottom lane, even though it's not pushed out too much, not gonna back off and push out mid ice or push out bottom. As they saw the Zephyr moving in with the wards. I don't know, guys. What's happening here? Maybe they're baiting Zephyr into the pit and going to take that fight easily. It's possibly what's happening. Because really every time they've caught Zephyr, Zephyr's been off guard, really. Not ready to fight. Actually, you just want Eosin, Blitz, and Purge. You want Eosin and Blitz being spotted out, and then Purge in the backlines being able to cast that Hand of God, and then Corey and Bambo just rotate in and just help with the fight, and that hasn't been happening lately. It's just been sort of parts of the team getting caught out, just randomized parts, and the Chen really not being able to pop his Hand of God in time, that kind of stuff. Silly stuff. Meantime, EoT still meandering around the Roshan pit. May look to push out mid a little bit more and maybe go head back there. But Corey and Bambo on the top may get ganked here by this EoT gank train. But EoT very indecisive right now. Don't really know what to do. Just meandering around again while Zephyr trying to get some farm up on their heroes. As Blitz working towards a, yeah, indeed it is the Mjolnir. So he does have the Gloves of Haste, there's a Wand, and BKB recipe on it. Eosin on the Courier. Just needs the Mithril Hammer to be good to go. Another 700 gold for that. And smoke up from EoT. And let's see where they go. Gonna head towards this bottom lane, likely push it out. No, they're not gonna find anyone down here if that's what they're looking for, so. Smoke's not gonna work out as well as they expected. They do see Eosin, but Eosin's gonna back off very quickly, and this ward is about to expire, so. And gonna find Eosin anyway, kill Eosin, and that is a successful gank that took a good couple minutes to accumulate up to, and they're gonna likely try and take a Roshan now for sure. There's an Alpha Wolf in there. It did belong to the enemy team. And Corey as well as Bambo gonna push this rack or push this tower. Now forcing all the teleports in from EoT. Or just the Phantasm being popped. And all the illusions now being melted away, and tower getting in the 9 range. Early kid in from Corey and Bambo. Gonna see if they can do this Roshan in time. Over bugs flying out from the Weaver. And now Bambo getting out of that. Corey, however, may be chased down by this Weaver just a bit. And Weaver, is he gonna continue going on him? Have Bambo coming in to save him, and just essentially helping out that Roshan now. Roshan gonna fall to EoT most likely. Eat lots of damage, and now the push onto bottom lane is to come from EoT. Creep wave is in their favor, and now the Maelstrom now finished up by Blitz. Mjolnir next, as he does have already the Hyperstone. Just needs a recipe at this point. But maybe too late for that, as EoT now sieging the high ground. Corrupt no Phantasm for another minute, and already has the Heaven's Halberd, so. And now Corey can take a lot of damage here from Chrissy. Boat flies as well. Gonna hit on Bambo as well as Corey, but PK's being popped. And Jumong taking a lot of damage now. ROI gonna be in trouble. Reality Rift, and I started exchanging any blood here. Jumong getting very, very low, but not enough to justify them backing just yet, as Jumong does, or Timberstar rather has. And Blinken from Cass getting a huge Echo Slam off onto Corey and all the creeps, and Corey gonna make it out of there. Cass, meantime, falling mighty, mighty low again, and Dragonite get a kill on the Earthshaker now. The chase coming out from Zephyr, so these Rax pushes just not working out for either team. And relocate from Blitz and company on to, where do they go? So relocated from there to like over here. Yeah, no, not too good to relocate. And Zephyr's just like that seem to be back in it, even though they are down the mid racks. However, Corey, as I adjust my chair, is gonna almost fall, but kill Chrissy in the process. Now Corey has to be on the run, as he will get blown up by Chrissy if he stays any longer. And Chrissy popping the Aegis for nothing but illusions. The Phantasm being used again by Corey there. It's not gonna be up for another minute and 40 seconds there. Now, yeah, minute and 40 seconds. So Corey likely gonna try and look for that Mantis style, as it will certainly grant him the ability to fight more consistently. But they're gonna have to sell something to do that. Or pick up Boots of Travel, one of the two. Probably gonna sell those drums likely for the Mantis style. Drums for a also an orb is certainly a fair trade-off, as it's 9 stats for 10 stats, and you just lose the move speed buff, and I believe the attack buff, or attack speed buff it gives. Yeah, 5 attack speed. And Crazy just farming this up, and let's take a look at that gold graph. So very much an EoT's favor, but slowly working its way back towards Zephyr. And same with experience. So that fight proving out to be very, very good for Zephyr. As EoT just sieging the base that they really couldn't do with all the Zephyr up. See, before the Bristleback was up when they took that Rax, but Bristleback just survived and was able to pop the pipe, all that kind of stuff, pop the BKB and live through that previous fight. But EoT gonna make another go at it now, it seems. And Chrissy playing out of her mind, 13, 2, and 11 on the Timber Saw, just showing you why you shouldn't give Chrissy the Timber Saw. But again, there's so many heroes you just don't want to give Chrissy. And now Corey, hexed up, Blitz now. Absolutely melted his Blitz. Now Corey gonna be in a bit of trouble, however being overcharged by Bambo. Going to deal a lot of damage to Jumong. However, Cass popping his Ghost Scepter gonna make it out of there. Cass, of course, Echo Slamming not too long ago. And Blitz gonna fall down very, very quickly there as now EoT look to push the base as Blitz is down and has no buyback, 1,000 gold short. And now Corey gonna be in a bit of trouble. Going to be melted up here as well as Bambo. So this is GG as Corey does fall. Buyback instantly, however. Yosin looks to be next on the hit list, and he does fall. And Corey pops the Phantasm and just instantly gives the Crystal Maiden, but not going to be enough here as EoT actually have 2 down. It's 2 versus 3, but let's see what goes on. Cass now pops the Ghost Scepter. Corey being disarmed, or disarming Chrissy, and Jumong gonna go and take the melee Rax. Melee Rax gonna fall here. Corey can't do anything about it, has no mana, has no support, has no illusions, just not gonna be enough coming out of Zephyr to defend this Rax. So 2 Rax going down. Blitz now back in the fight after just being absolutely melted. And Weaver now has 5.1k gold, so could be looking for a big item here, maybe the Daedalus. Who knows? But Corey having the buyback in the fight, of course, not too good. Person Time does have the mech, the God, Hand of God, and I don't believe fell during that fight, but couldn't do much anyway. Didn't have too many creeps. Any creeps he does have will get blown up pretty much instantly by Chrissy. But the Meatson does have that Majolner, and working towards the crit now. Bambo with all the MC he had earlier. As Corey continues to push out the bottom lane. And Timbersaw, 22 charges now, 14, 2, and 4 on Chrissy, just playing out of her mind once again on the Timbersaw, just absolutely showing why you shouldn't give her a head start or a solo lane on that Timbersaw. Crit now at Frouwo, could be looking towards the Daedalus next as well, and Jumong gonna build the Eagle Song, likely into a Butterfly, and these last tracks looking to be threatened now by EoT. Which is a sounding play here by Cass as well. Really every Echo Slam he's had has been on point, except for that one where he missed on that Chaos Knight and didn't actually stun him and he teleported out anyway. But Corey and Bambo now farming up in the woods of the enemy team. Really hit in from behind, so BKB is popping all around, and now Jumong as well. DIY looking to see if they can take this fight. Jumong time-lapsing out, and all BKB charges spent. Let's see what happens now. Chrissy gonna start being a lot of damage. Chrissy gonna respawn instantly, but dunk in by Cass. Cass killing the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight gonna be back, or gone for such a long time now, as he did buy back. Now Eosin in a bit of trouble, gonna be sent back just in time by the Chen. But GG gonna come out from Zephyr here as Bamboo does indeed fall just then. And EoT coming out of the series ahead, 3-2 over Zephyr. So Zephyr going to be sent to the losers bracket now to play against the winner of 5&Q versus MVP Hot 6, who they beat last week. So maybe could see a rematch between MVP and Zephyr. But EoT now securing that grand final spot. And yeah, just again, Chrissy 16, 3, and 15. Absolutely insane play by her. And otherwise, just Zephyr not being able to push through into that mid-game advantage into the late game, and didn't work out for them too well after that top Rax push. But anyway, this has been Frouwo. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched the entire series, I really, really appreciate that. But if you liked any of it, like, share, subscribe, all that nice stuff. If you didn't, I appreciate constructive criticism. You contact me via YouTube, via Twitch, via Twitter, and those mediums, and I will get back to you and start working on the things you suggest. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next couple games I cast. But in the meantime, of course, have a nice day, and I will see you guys later.